Breakfast.
All right, now pay attention. So we'll discuss about ESR, then we'll start the practical. So what is the full form of ESR? Erythrocyte sedimentation rate. Very good. So what is the purpose of ESR? Tell me one purpose simply. Purpose?
Inflammation.
Very good. To detect inflammation in the body, right? Inflammation in the body. So tell me some conditions where there will be inflammation. Conditions. Chronic infections. Chronic infections. Example. Any one example for chronic infection? There is one celebrity.
Corona.
Corona. That is corona is like a virus acute infection. Anyone? Example will be respiratory infection only. COPD is a condition, not an infection. Yes. Pneumonia. Okay. Pneumonia. It's like a okay fine. Pneumonia. Anyone? Celebrities.
Bronchitis.
Okay, listen, I think most of you still forgot these things. Keep your masks properly, everyone. Christina, keep your head mask. Everyone be in PP and keep buttons to the lab coats. Buttons to the lab coats. Listen, when I was doing my masters, I was supposed to do research on tuberculosis. You just imagine tuberculosis is a highly infectious aerosol infection, right? If Jaskaran have TB and he sneezed today, I will catch infection even though I'm here. That is the, that is how much infectious the TB is. Okay, very infectious. Don't take it personal. So what happened? So I was working in TB Institute. Actual TB patients used to come. We need to collect their sputum. Actual TB sputum. Okay. We used to keep them under a tree outside, and we will collect them. Collect the sample. I will collect their blood sample. Okay, imagine I'm dealing with something that can kill me. That is actual TB, right? So that's a BSL 4 lab. Okay, negative inflow system is there, HEPA filters, everything, but still infectious. So I was supposed to take DNA and I was doing PCR studies. So not only me, even my HOD, head of the department of immunology department, he is also a very big guy. We all working in institute, and you know what happened? So suddenly one day they started screening the employees. I'm also a research scholar there. And even from HOD to the everyone got positive to TB. It's a latent TB infection, which was when we exposed to TB, our immune system will develop antibodies, and there is a test called gamma interferon test. Okay? TB are two types, keep in mind. If you expose, body will produce antibodies, and there is something called sputum conversion. Sputum conversion means if I get a sputum sample, in my sputum, if I see bacilli, game over. I am highly infectious. But in my blood sample, if I see antibodies, that means I am exposed to TB. Okay. Interestingly, every one of us are exposed. Even though we are wearing all PPE and we know we are working with a deadly organism, but still we got it. Can you able to understand how deadly these things? So please try to get this attitude of wearing PPEs every day. Okay, don't feel shy to wear PPEs, because in the actual hospital, a patient will lie. No patient will say they have infection, because no one likes to tell them. Even though they have infection, they will pretend like they're normal. So patients are our serial killers actually. They will kill us. And we are the first employees that are exposed to these pathogens. Please keep your PPEs even after doing, graduating from here. Even your fellow colleagues not wearing PPE, you wear them. You know why I'm telling this? Because after this you will go back to the home. There you have your most favorite or your, beloved people with you. It can be your, cousins, parents. You are keeping their lives at risk. We won't get anything. Listen, even if we exposed to TB, nothing happens because we are chronically exposed to this. So our immune system has developed resistance to TB or any infection in the hospital. But this is not the case to our parents. If they are elderly, if they catch infection, they cannot overcome easily. there is a chance of death. So keeping PP is paramount of importance. Okay, I'm telling again, take these things seriously. I'm feeling very amazed when you are not wearing PP in other labs, especially in the lab of microbiology. I don't know why there is this casual approach. I cannot blame anyone, I can blame only you. Your attitude causing, that's not good. Be serious with your PP, I'm telling again and again. Coming back to this, one of the chronic infection is tuberculosis. Any more? For this I started actually. Any more? Chronic infections, any more conditions where there will be an inflammation?
Allergy.
Allergic reactions is a acute reactions. Allergic, any more specific? Kidney failure. Okay, kidney failure will cause a swelling, that's not an inflammation. Okay, there is a difference between inflammation and swelling, edema, emphysema. Okay, all are different. One is fluid filled, one is air filled, one is fluid filtrated, excessive fluid filtration, and other one is due to prostaglandins, localized inflammation. Any more examples properly? Rheumatoid arthritis. Rheumatoid arthritis. Any more?
Lupus.
Lupus, very good. Lupus. How you can know that's a topic? Very good. Lupus. Yeah, lupus is one arthritis condition. If you know who is Selena Gomez, Justin Bieber's singer. Selena Gomez has this lupus. Lupus is an autoimmune disorder where there will be, antibodies targeting blood cells. Yeah, very good. So these are the inflammatory conditions. So how we will detect inflammatory conditions? The idea is very simple. We will take a glass rod. Okay, in this glass rod we will fill the blood. Imagine this glass rod is filled with water. Then I throw a stone. Stone will, the mechanism of flowing down. Okay, this is called a sedimentation. Right. In ESL we are studying the rate of sedimentation. We are studying the rate of sedimentation of anything that is going down. After sedimenting down, this is called sediment. Okay, this is a sedimentation rate. So water is replaced with Fevicol, a very simple example. Okay, now Fevicol is very thick, so the rate of descent will be small. Okay, in ESL we are calculating the gap. So there is a standardized time, that is 1 hour. After 1 hour, how much sedimented and how much is left? We are not measuring the sedimented level. In ESR, we are not measuring the sedimented level. We are measuring the gap between the sediment and the upper fluid level. We are measuring the gap, okay? This gap is the ESR value. This gap is the ESR value. Okay, with this analogy, try to tell me some conditions, students. This viscosity of the blood is initiated by antibodies. Antibodies will be generated due to inflammation. When there is a high inflammation, what will be the rate of sedimentation? High inflammation, more viscous, the rate of sedimentation will be slow, so the gap will be more. More ESR values indicates more inflammation in the body. ESR value is directly proportional to the severity of the inflammation in the body. Is it clear?
Yes.
ESR value is directly proportional to the severity of the inflammation in the body. But ESR cannot give a specific, it's not a qualitative test. It cannot give, okay, your ESR is increased, you have TB. ESR can increase in many conditions. This is not a specific test to any disease. This is a generalized test to know whether patient has any inflammation or not. That's it. If ESR elevated, then we will go with the similar approaches. Elevated ESR means inflammatory approaches. We will go with inflammatory diagnosis, maybe TB, lupus, Burkitt's lymphoma. Okay, Burkitt's lymphoma where there is a B cell cancer. B cells will produce antibodies actually, if you remember. Okay. Is this logic clear? Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Then some factors contributing to rate of sedimentation. Can you tell me few factors that will affect the ESR rate? The rate of sedimentation? RBC count. Okay. RBC count. If there are more RBCs, the rate of sedimentation will be more. Is that your answer? Okay. First of all, let me write the normal values. So normal values of ESR are two types. Listen. There is a 30 centimeters glass rod that is called as Western Grins rod. Western Grins method. Okay, this is 30 centimeters long. Both the ends are open. And the other one is 15 centimeters small tube. This is 15 centimeters length. This tube is called as Winthrop's. Winthrop's method. Winthrop's tube of Winthrop's method. Here the values are 0 to 200 in Western Grins, whereas here it is 0 to 15. 15 to 20, I guess. 0 to 10. Sorry. This is 0 to 10. Okay, 0 to 10. So Western Grins and Winthrop's. Okay, so the volume of blood is high in Western Grins, whereas here the volume of blood is less. Okay, in both the cases we will allow the blood to settle down for 1 hour and we will read the measurings. Is it clear? Now there is a faster approach. That faster approach will be micro ESR method. Micro ESR method. In micro ESR method, the glass rod is replaced with capillary tube. Do you remember capillary tube for clotting time studies? There is a specialized capillary tube that is used in micro ESR. Okay. So we will fill that in capillary tube and we will centrifuge it in a very specialized centrifuge. The centrifuge that can spin a capillary tube. Okay, that is micro ESR method. And there is one more method, that is automatic method. So there are some machines that can automatically give. Okay, we can retrain this machine to give ESR values also. So changing some methodologies. So that's it. Okay, automatic method, micro ESR, Winthrop's and Western Grins. Now write down the normal values. The normal values. Since males have more red blood cells comparatively, when we see, what will be the ESR value? That will be comparatively less in males. Okay, 0 to 7 mm per hour in case of males. Whereas in case of females, it is 0 to 15 mm per hour. Okay. Females 0 to 15 mm per hour, whereas for males 0 to 7 mm per hour. Okay, this is for Winthrop's values. Western Grins values. Right? Winthrop values write down. Winthrop's are 3 to 5 mm in males, 3 to 5 mm in males per hour, whereas in females it is 4 to 7 mm per hour. 4 to 7 mm per hour. Is it clear? Now, other things, they have universally standardized some things in the ESR. Some of the standardized protocols are the room temperature. This test must be performed at room temperature, not at cold temperatures or warm temperatures. So one standardization is it should be done at the room temperature, and other one, this test should be done within 2 hours. It should be done within 2 hours upon collecting the sample. After collection of blood sample, we should finish within 2 hours. When we are prolonging it, what happens? The anticoagulant will start lysing and it will affect the results. Okay? So yeah, it should be completed within 2 hours. Then other thing, other factors I can say. One more standardization is 1 hour that you understood. Then what other factors can lead to abnormal results? Imagine your ESR stand, rather than vertical, it is slant like this. Obviously, the rate of sedimentation will be slowed down. Okay, the position of the stand, the position of tube is very important. It should be vertical, right? So the position of tube is one important. Position of tube. Any more you want to tell? The factors that can alter results. One is positioning of the tube, then temperature.
Why?
Very good. Listen, important. There is a standardized anticoagulant used for ESR. We have multiple types of anticoagulants. Right? We have EDTA, we have citrates, oxalates, fluorides, heparin. So, every anticoagulant has their own viscosity. I can say viscosity is not right word, but they have their own, viscous nature. So, what we did is, we have standardized an anticoagulant for the ESR studies also. That is sodium citrate. Yes. Sodium citrate is the ideal anticoagulant used for ESR studies. Okay? When citrate is not available, we are going with EDTA in this lab, but the right approach is citrate. Okay? What is the vial color?
Oxalates use me condition.
Listen, yesterday also someone saying oxalates. Where you saw oxalates? In what textbook? See, oxalates I too saw in some textbook. I don't know in Semolingam I saw.
black wine use होती है.
Black wine is oxalates.
Black
Oxalate, yes, last time we
Black
see. I need to recheck my notes once. Here they given only citrate, but oxalate is there in Semolingam for Winthrop.
सर पीडीएफ में ऑक्सीलेट लिखा होगा आपने. पीडीएफ में ऑक्सीलेट लिखा है ब्लैक वाइन.
In PDF also oxalates already.
ब्लैक वाइन है.
Different textbooks giving different references. Semolingam gave oxalate, but
सर वही
I will check one research article and I will give you proper anticoagulant. Okay?
Sir, we performed with black wine last year.
You perform with black one. I remember that. I will go through it and I will standardize it. Okay? I will check few articles and I will let you know. As of now, it is citrate for Western breeds, whereas in Winthrop it might, for other methods it might be a oxalate. I will cross verify. Okay? Keep it here, but remember citrate. Okay? I kept MCQ. Okay. Any more? Yes. Anything you need to add here?
Sir,
Amount of the blood. Amount of blood will be standardized. Right? So we are taking blood up to 0 level. That means the amount has been standardized.
sir, now I'm taking from the blood while taking the sample.
While taking the sample, that won't be a problem. She is trying to tell me lies. Okay. During blood collection, your blood has been lysed. If your blood lysed, obviously your ESR will be affected. Cells has been lysed and there will be more lysed protein molecules. These protein molecules might interfere here. And also, ESR will be increased in a non-inflammatory condition. Okay, it will decrease in a non-inflammatory condition. That is afibrinogenemia. Do you remember? Afibrinogenemia. What is the inactive form of fibrin in the body? Fibrinogen. In some patients, the fibrinogen levels are inheritably less. Okay, in such patients, the value will, fibrinogen will contribute to the viscosity. What will be the ESR value? More than normal or less than normal? ESR value will increase or decrease in afibrinogen condition. You're confused now. In fibrinogen responsible for viscosity. Okay. In these patients, the fibrinogen is not there. That means the blood become very thin. That means it become like water. So rate of sedimentation will be more. ESR will be less. Okay. Now listen. That's why ESR is only for inflammation, not other things. Decreased ESR we won't consider. Increased ESR levels only we are considering. That's why the normal value starts with 0 to 7. Okay. That's it. More than this, any points?
So dietary intake हो सकता है.
Dietary intake. Yes, dietary intake can be a factor. A non-physiological factor can be a dietary intake. Dietary intake can be a factor. But I want an example of what diet will cause blood viscous.
Iron deficiency.
Iron deficiency, I'm not sure. Very good. Lymphoma. In buckets lymphoma. Okay. Okay, that is again a condition. Diet. I'm not sure, students.
Pause करो. Pause करो.
So B12 deficiency.
B12. Okay. B12 deficiency. Got it. B12 deficiency will cause spirocytes, megaloblastic anemia. So in spirocytes, the surface increased, the rate of sedimentation will decrease. Yes. the shape and size of RBC is a factor contributing to rate of sedimentation. So the size variations comes with one of the factor might be diet, B12. Okay, so in that way this is correct. Yes, good. Any more examples? Oh, yes. Give me answer, students. What will be the ESR value or what will be the rate of sedimentation in case of sickle cell anemia? It will speed up or it will slow down?
Speed up.
Speed up. Very good. You got it right. Rather than a biconcave, now it is like a rod. Sickle, it can vertically, it can sediment fast. Very good. In sickle cell, the ESR will reduce. ESR value will reduce in sickle cell. See, it will reduce. The rate of sedimentation is high. The gap is less. ESR is less. Any more examples?
ESR less या higher?
ESR will be less in sickle cell. Understood, right? No. They are sedimenting fast. Within 1 hour, the rate of sedimentation will be more. Okay? Bottom piling up will be more. The gap will be less. So in sickle cell, the gap will be less. ESR will be less. Yes.
Can you please explain that the relationship between the rate of sedimentation and the ASR value? Because you're saying when the rate of sedimentation is higher, the ASR value is
Less.
Yes, can you please?
Listen. See, I will give you one example. I will give a nice example. See here.
Pebbles only. Water pebbles only.
Not water type. Now I will give another example. Listen. Okay. Tube A, tube B. Okay, both tubes have water. So I have already standardized. You already understood. Listen very carefully. In this tube, I poured a vertical rods. Okay. Obviously they will sediment fast. Right? They will sediment fast. Maybe in 1 hour the sedimentation will be up to this level. Okay. ESR is a leftover gap. So in rods, the ESR is less. The rate of sedimentation is high. The ESR is gap is less. In second scenario, I can take plates, maybe some horizontal objects, circular plates. Okay, I am sedimenting them. The rate of sedimentation is slow. They slowly sedimenting. Maybe they sediment up to here only. Now the ESR gap is more. So high ESR when the rate is low. Less ESR when the rate is high.
साइज के ऊपर डिपेंड करेगा सर. साइज के ऊपर.
Yeah, one factor will be size of RBC. That's why I said here in that.
तो सिकल सेल एनीमिया इनका सेल का साइज तो छोटा होता है.
Yeah, sickle cell, the shape of the RBC changed from biconcave to sickle shape. Now they become more like a vertical. So their rate of sedimentation increased. So the ESR will be reduced. This is what I said here. In sickle cell anemia, the ESR value will be less because the rate of sedimentation is high. Clear? Still, yes, Christina.
You also mentioned earlier in the lecture that if the rate of sedimentation is low or slow, that ESR is also slow. So can you
Wait. When the rate of sedimentation is slow,
ESR तो ज़्यादा आ जाएगा.
ESR will be more. Yes, correct.
no?
Correct.
Now I understand.
Yes.
Often.
No. Let it be.
Sir,
Yes. Yes, Navjot. Class what? Yes. You didn't get it.
no sir.
How can you make it even
सर
simpler?
आपने बोला कि जब साइज छोटा होगा.
Listen. I got it. I understood how to explain.
Pause करना है. Pause.
Yeah, now not required. Let it be like this. See, students, okay? Yeah. Imagine this is a normal RBC, which is in spherical shape. This is some abnormal RBC. Okay, now the shape is, this is a megaloblastic RBC. Okay, when I throw them, which will hit the ground first?
इसकी gravity ज़्यादा.
The spherical one, right?
Yes.
What is the reason?
Gravity.
The shape. Here the shape contributed in rate of descending or rate of sedimentation. In sickle cell, the rate of sedimentation will be more because it becomes like a rod now. Whereas a normal cell is a biconcave and it will take time to sediment. So that is shape variation.
Gravity.
You know, given an analogy, remove the gravity from the equation, okay? By the way, at the end of the day, the force that is driving for sedimentation is gravitational force, by the way, okay? So we became a partial Newtons now, in medicine also, yeah, right? So the force that is driving the rate of sedimentation is gravity, by the way, okay? That means we cannot perform ESR in International Space Station, it seems.
वहाँ पर क्यों परफॉर्म करेंगे?
What? See, why we will perform ESR in International Space Station? Maybe astronaut got anemia.
सर पहले तो उनके तो आइसोलेशन में होते ना.
Still, they are having a very minimum diet in orbit, and they need to stay there for 6 to 8 months.
Sir, they only eat spiruline tablets in space.
No, they will eat food. Actually, they will eat, dried pizzas, dried,
Sir,
I will watch these videos every
Sir,
day.
you know spirulina? You know, sir, green algae होता है ना? Green algae. That green algae को.
Yes, I know. But they will also eat, for every carbo docking, they will have fresh fruits.
Sir, एक tablet ना equal to 6 something apples.
I understand, but I'm not sure they are only based on a medication diet. It's not true. They are also having normal food. Yeah, they will remove water from the food. They will make the food as light as they can. So a very lightweight food will go to orbit. There they will add water. They have electrolysis plant there. Anyway, remove ISS here. Coming back to the ESR. Okay, this is all about ISS. Any more doubts? See, more than this I cannot, I don't know, maybe I need to make an animation there. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much class. There will be a quiz then. Listen, today we will perform 3 tests in this lab. You will perform CBC, ESR and ABO grouping. Any one of the tests you can perform. I need 6 practical videos, that means 6 teams, and you can perform any one of these. CBC, ESR or ABO grouping, okay? So, yeah, that's it.
सर टीम में कोई भी हो सकता है